All right. Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the hopeful elect, pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity, that the four corners of the earth. And sincere shalom to you, Akim and Akwas, that's listening and learning. It's Brother Dequar from the DC camp. Come back at you with another lesson. And I'm entitled this one, The Trojan Horse, Mark of the Beast. As we know, this is the year of Karagma, man. You know, where it's becoming more and more clear that the mark of the beast is indeed the RFID microchip technology. All right. Now, you know, I had this article on deck for a while, and you know, I just decided to do it now, and you know, put it out there. And I'm also, Lord willing, if I remember, post this link in the description box. You know, but it's the cashless society, a digital Trojan horse. All right, and that's gonna collimate or whatever the word is. It's gonna end up being that RFID chip. That's gonna be the end game of that. All right, now, you know, they say according to legend, 1,000 years before Hamashiach came, you know, the Greeks ended a 10-year siege of Troy by entering in that city with a giant hollow wooden horse, man. So the Trojans, they was thinking that it was a gift brought into the city, but guess what? In the night, the enemy crept out of it, and it penetrated their gates, man, and they was able to destroy them. The Greek army, you know, that's hence that phrase that that's called "Beware Greeks bearing gifts." Now we know who the Greeks is, you know, led by Alexander the Greek, or the Freak. All right, when that dude came on the scene, evils was multiplied on the earth. And these are the same people that's ruling the earth right now. All right? And they are the ones who's trying to implement this mark of the beast. This wicked technology. So ultimately, a Trojan horse, it pretty much means a trick or a strategy that will cause someone to invite a foe into a securely protected place, man. And guess what? That securely protected place is you Israelites, man. In this specific case, it's you Israelites. And they want to chip. Of course, they're going to try to chip the whole world, but they really want to chip you because this thing is spiritual, man. This is a spiritual thing. All right? Matter of fact, let me get this scripture. First scripture I'm going to grab. And I'm not going to make this lesson too long. I'm going to skim through this. You know, I just wanted to put this information out there. The first scripture that I want is this is 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. Yeah. So we're not ignorant of his devices, man. And let me get, because ultimately, this dude is going to act, because he's going to act as if he's bringing in the peace and safety, man. When he's the one who's causing all of it. And the word devices, let me get it in the Greek.
Strong's G 3540, Naima.
Yeah, meaning a mental perception, thought, an evil purpose. That which thinks, the mind, thoughts, or purposes. So he's trying to bring about this evil purpose, man. You know, but we're not evil. I mean, we're not ignorant of this devil's evil purpose. Why? Because the Lord has given us the light to see, man. We see who Satan is and what his plans are, man. Okay? And although he seems as though he's changed to an angel of light, we know him to be the devil that the Bible speaks of, all right? So let me read a little bit of this, and it's the second one I got, and you know, we can close out. This is many people. It says the cashless society, a digital Trojan horse. It says many people herald the digital age, some of whom openly welcome what they consider to be the inevitable arrival of an ubiquitous microchipping in all of its purported glory. So, you know, the Apostle Taha, he always brings out this word ubiquitous. Oh, you're just not going to let us? Man. Satan. It's not gonna let me look up that word. Fucker. It's okay. Yeah, ubiquitous, present, appearing, or found everywhere. All right. So they said ubiquitous microchipping. It says, yet what if some bureaucrat possessed the ability to just turn off your chip on a whim based on his so-called rule-making authority? This would let me see what this is. Administrative agencies, the fourth branch of government. Wow. Like I said, I'm going to post this article, so Jake, so we can go into it. Shit. This will be worse than having your bank accounts frozen, for you wouldn't have any other form of money to fall back on. If it continued long enough, then you would have your electricity cut off. You would not be able to buy groceries, and your mortgaged home would be foreclosed upon. Or alternatively, you would not be able. You would be evicted from your apartment. The implications of giving someone else that much power over your own life merit some serious reflection upon the capabilities of such technologies in the first place. Now, see all those disadvantages of the microchip. That's why they have to bring it in incrementally. All right, and matter of fact, I'm gonna keep going real quick. It says a cashless society, simply put, is a society in which purchases of goods or services are made by credit or electronic funds transferable rather than with cash or checks. Now, it was a point in time where things was bartered. Certain goods and services was traded, and then they had to come up with money. And now you're starting to see what it was cash, and then it was cash checks, and then it was now credit cards. Now you can just pay for things on your phone, man, and pretty soon it's gonna be a chip. It says, so right there, the definition itself tells you that the cashless society is totally electronic and, more importantly, digital. Remember, the baby boomers grew up with checks and cash, whereas Generation X grew up with plastic cards and wire transfers. And the next generation is gonna be fucking chipped, man. So we in that time, man. So whether you people can fucking see it or not, this is what it is. So, like I said, I'm not gonna read this whole thing, but it's just going into how this whole article is going into how they incrementally bringing in this mark of the beast. You see this right here? It says, perhaps those Christians were really correct when it came to the mark of the beast as being a stamp on the hand or in the mind of nearly all people without which no one could buy or sell. So let's get that. It's Revelation 13. And I'm going to start from verse 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Yeah, because that wound, that was according to the old Roman Empire, man. Whose deadly wound was healed. So we really living in that same empire again, man. Because the Greeks was the Romans as well, man. It says, where is it at? Verse 15. And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And how is you going to worship it? Well, you people are already worshiping the image now, but it's going to be fully shown if once you take this chip or not, man. But here's the point. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. See? So this is actually talking about something that's going to cause you not to be able to function in society. All right? Look at all this stuff, man. They're going into many, many different things. This is a great article, man. But, hey, you go into that word causeth, and I looked up the synonyms of causeth, right? or caused. It says to beget, breed, bring about, bring on, catalyze, create, do, draw on, affect, effectuate, engender, generate, induce, invoke, make, occasion, produce, prompt, result, spawn, and translate. So one of the words that I looked up was induce. And that word induce means succeed in persuading or leading someone to do something, bring about or give rise to. And that's what they doing, man. And we see it because we watchmen. That's what we doing. We watchmen, right? So we see what they doing, man. Pressure from above, pressure from below. Well, I see it. They was talking about Hegelian dialectic. It was in here. Look at that. Applying the Hegelian dialectic as a formula, the federal government has used the lame excuse of terrorism to construct a digital panopticon that the administrative agencies will use as their easiest investigative tool. Let's look up what Hegelian dialectic is. Problem solving is an essential human activity, for without it, there can be no innovation, development, or even enrichment in the quality of the experience known as life. There are Hegelian dialectic, which is pretty much known as problem, reaction, solution. So what they doing is what? You got all these kidnappings being exposed right now, you know? So what they gonna do? They gonna say, if you get chipped, then we'll be able to find you. We'll be able to find you in minutes. They say they got all the influx of the immigrants, right? They gonna say, well, if you get chipped, then maybe you can come into America, man. You see that? You got all these hackings going on. So they gonna say it's gonna be less hard for you to be hacked if it's in your own person, man. So they allowing these things to happen so that they can bring in the solution. It's clear as day that this is the mark of the beast, man. You people are just being ignorant. You know? This is Isaiah 10 verse 1. It says, woe unto him that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right of the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the day of desolation, which shall come from afar? From far, to whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory? Because ultimately, they want to chip you, man. They trying to turn aside the needy, which is the Israelites, from judgment. Because if you take this chip, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be destroyer of the Lord, man. A lot of you people don't understand that this dude is the devil, man. The scriptures say in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, that his soul that's lifted up in him is not upright in him, man. You know? And he's not satisfied, man. He enlarges his desire of hell. He's not satisfied, man. But he heapeth what? Himself, and gathers to himself all nations and all people, man. He wants total control. And this is what that will bring about, man. You see that? Talk about the fingerprinting, man. See, if they just said it right now, they just brought it about right now, then you wouldn't be able to get it. I mean, nobody would. They wouldn't do it, man. You know? But see, they want to track all your purchases, man, all your transactions, including your personal data. And if you don't go with it, they're gonna sit up there and cut you off from society. That's why it says you will not be able to buy nor sell, man. You know? They promote it as something good. Like that's why it's the Trojan horse. They're gonna promote it as something good. But ultimately, it's for their own agenda, man. They're gonna push it through peace and safety. But guess what? Then sudden destruction is gonna come upon them, man. All they're gonna do, like I said, the unrighteous decree, they're gonna wait for the executive order, man. There will be an executive order where you're gonna have to be forced to take that chip, man. Just like Daniel, the 3rd chapter, when they had to fall down and worship the image, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a decree made. You see? Complete population control. You know, they're gonna coerce you into taking this thing. You know, let me get real quick. I want to look at this one. It says microchip implants for medical purposes could be Trojan horse to expand uses. So they're going, like I said, it said the miracles. It's going to deceive them by the miracles that they did, man. It's going to open a door for many more to come. You see, look at that. They got the scriptures right here. Why can't you people tell that that's the mark of the beast, man? Many Bible scholars see the desensitization to chipping as one more reason the world populace would embrace the potential chip-related technology known as the mark of the beast in Revelations 13. We're told that his mark would allow for the buying and selling of goods. In fact, you can't conduct commerce without it. What can't you people see, man? You dumbasses. You know, but like the scripture say, though, let the blind lead the blind, you both can fall into the ditch, man. We've been warning you, you know, beginning with our apostles and elders on down, we've been warning you, man, that this is what it is, and it's going to come. And when this comes, you're going to be all bugged out, man. All you people going to be bugged out. Got the GPS technology in there, tracking. You ain't going to be able to do shit. Look at that, right here. It says the process of microchip implants in humans seems to have been taking place quietly behind the scenes for quite a while now. This seems to be a well-calculated and subtle move to gradually desensitize a privacy-centered culture and society into accepting the perceived benefits of physical implants, which are packaged and marketed in such a way that privacy and other concerns are made to seem trivial, ridiculous, or foolish. You see? So, hey, man, ultimately, the scriptures say that he wants to possess us, man. Ezekiel 35:10, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Yeah, they want to be the Lord. They want us, man. You know? That's what people don't want to realize, man. They're going to downplay it for the greater good. That's what they're going to call it. That's why that's why America is going to be destroyed. That's why this economy is going to collapse. This is inevitable, man. And if you people, you don't, the scripture say, wise man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. How do you hide himself? In the Lord, man. In the name of the Lord. Other than that, people's going to take it, man. They're going to trust in Egypt and they're going to take this chip. But that's the Trojan horse, man. He's going to come in there as if it's your benefit. They're going to surrender. No. But it's going to really be an infiltration, man. And you ain't going to realize it until it's too late, man. So with that, Lord willing, that was edifying, man. We're going to keep it short. But it's as many things as they're going to try to do, man. You know, to push this chip. And you can see it from all levels, man. They coming in with the Real ID Act, the National ID, you know. This is what it is, man. All right? So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying. Until the next lesson, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai,